Hello dear friend, and welcome to On This Day SMR with me, Edward Hertz, where we take a look back through history at events which took place on this day. The rain is gently pittering and pattering away on the window, and the fire is crackling away nicely in the hearth. So put your headphones on, sit back, relax, and let me take you on a journey back through time. Today is Sunday the 28th of January 2024, and we have 52 events to cover, going all the way back to the year 98. Starting with the most recent event which happened last year, protests begin after police beat and kill Tyre Nichols. 3 years ago in 2021, a nitrogen leak at a poultry food processing facility in Gainesville, Georgia, kills 6 and injures at least 10. 18 years ago in 2006, the roof of one of the buildings at the Katowice International Fair in Poland collapses due to the weight of snow, killing 65 and injuring more than 170 others. 22 years ago in 2002, Tame Flight 120, a Boeing 727-100, crashes in the Andes Mountains in southern Colombia, killing 94. 36 years ago in 1988, in R versus Morgentaler, the Supreme Court of Canada strikes down all anti-abortion laws. 38 years ago in 1986, in the Space Shuttle program, STS-51L mission, Space Shuttle Challenger disintegrates after liftoff, killing all 7 astronauts on board. 39 years ago in 1985, Supergroup USA for Africa, United Support of Artists for Africa, records the hit single We Are the World to help raise funds for Ethiopian famine relief. 40 years ago in 1984, tropical storm Domoina makes landfall in southern Mozambique, eventually causing 214 deaths and some of the most severe flooding so far recorded in the region. 42 years ago in 1982, US Army General James L. Dozier is rescued by Italian anti-terrorism forces from captivity by the Red Brigades. 43 years ago in 1981, Ronald Reagan lifts remaining domestic petroleum price and allocation controls in the United States, helping to end the 1979 energy crisis and begin the 1980s oil glut. 44 years ago in 1980, USCGC Blackthorn collides with the tanker Capricorn while leaving Tampa, Florida, and capsizes, killing 23 Coast Guard crew members. 47 years ago in 1977, the last day of the Great Lakes blizzard of 1977, which dumps 3 meters, 10 feet, of snow in one day in upstate New York. Buffalo, Syracuse, Watertown and surrounding areas are most affected. 59 years ago in 1965, the current design of the flag of Canada is chosen by an Act of Parliament. 60 years ago in 1964, an unarmed United States Air Force T-39 Sabreliner on a training mission is shot down over Erfurt, East Germany, by a Soviet MiG-19. 64 years ago in 1960, the National Football League announces expansion teams for Dallas to start in the 1960 NFL season and Minneapolis-St. Paul for the 1961 NFL season. 66 years ago in 1958, the Lego company patents the design of its Lego bricks, still compatible with bricks produced today. "68 years ago in 1956, Elvis Presley makes his first national television appearance. 79 years ago in 1945, in World War II, supplies begin to reach the Republic of China over the newly reopened Burma Road. 83 years ago in 1941, in the Franco-Thai War, final air battle of the conflict, a Japanese-mediated armistice goes into effect later in the day. 86 years ago in 1938, the world land speed record on a public road is broken by Rudolf Caracciola in the Mercedes-Benz W125 record wagon at a speed of 432.7 kilometers per hour or 268.9 miles per hour. 89 years ago in 1935, Iceland becomes the first Western country to legalise therapeutic abortion. 91 years ago in 1933, the name Pakistan is coined by Chowdhury Ramat Ali Khan and is accepted by Indian Muslims, who then thereby adopted it further for the Pakistan movement seeking independence. 92 years ago in 1932, Japanese forces attack Shanghai. 102 years ago in 1922, Knickerbocker storm, Washington DC's biggest snowfall, causes a disaster when the roof of the Knickerbocker Theatre collapses, killing over 100 people. 104 years ago in 1920, the foundation of the Spanish Legion. 105 years ago in 1919, the Order of the White Rose of Finland is established by Baron Gustav Mannerheim, the regent of the Kingdom of Finland. 106 years ago in 1918, in the Finnish Civil War, the Red Guard rebels seize control of the capital, Helsinki. Members of the Senate of Finland go underground. 108 years ago in 1916, the Canadian province of Manitoba grants women the right to vote and run for office in provincial elections, although still excluding women of Indigenous or Asian heritage, marking the first time women in Canada are granted voting rights. 109 years ago in 1915, an act of the US Congress creates the United States Coast Guard as a branch of the United States Armed Forces. 115 years ago in 1909, United States troops leave Cuba, with the exception of Guantanamo Bay Naval Base, after being there since the Spanish-American War. 116 years ago in 1908, members of the Portuguese Republican Party fail in their attempted coup d'etat against the administrative dictatorship of Prime Minister João Franco. 122 years ago in 1902, the Carnegie Institution of Washington is founded in Washington, D.C., with a $10 million gift from Andrew Carnegie. 128 years ago in 1896, Walter Arnold of East Peckham, Kent, becomes the first person to be convicted of speeding. He was fined 1 shilling plus costs for speeding at 8 miles per hour or 13 kilometers per hour, thereby exceeding the contemporary speed limit of 2 miles per hour or 3.2 kilometers per hour. 146 years ago in 1878, Yale Daily News becomes the first independent daily college newspaper in the United States. 153 years ago in 1871, in the Franco-Prussian War, the siege of Paris ends in French defeat and an armistice. 169 years ago in 1855, a locomotive on the Panama Canal Railway runs from the Atlantic Ocean to the Pacific Ocean for the first time. 173 years ago in 1851, Northwestern University becomes the first chartered university in Illinois. 178 years ago in 1846, the Battle of Aliwal, India is won by British troops commanded by Sir Harry Smith. 211 years ago in 1813, Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice is first published in the United Kingdom. 270 years ago in 1754, Sir Horace Walpole coins the word serendipity in a letter to a friend. 300 years ago in 1724, the Russian Academy of Sciences is founded in St. Petersburg, Russia, by Peter the Great and implemented by Senate decree. It is called the St. Petersburg Academy of Sciences until 1917. 353 years ago in 1671, original city of Panama, founded in 1519, is destroyed by a fire when privateer Henry Morgan sacks and sets fire to it. The site of the previously devastated city is still in ruins. See Panama Viejo. "400 years ago in 1624, Sir Thomas Warner founds the first British colony in the Caribbean on the island of St. Kitts. 433 years ago in 1591, the execution of Agnes Sampson, accused of witchcraft in Edinburgh. 451 years ago in 1573, Articles of the Warsaw Confederation are signed, sanctioning freedom of religion in Poland. 456 years ago in 1568, the Edict of Torda prohibits the persecution of individuals on religious grounds in John Sigismund Zapalia's Eastern Hungarian kingdom. 477 years ago in 1547, Edward VI, the 9-year-old son of Henry VIII, becomes King of England on his father's death. 503 years ago in 1521, the Diet of Worms begins, lasting until May the 25th. 947 years ago in the year 1077, in the walk to Canossa, the excommunication of Henry IV, Holy Roman Emperor, is lifted after he humbles himself before Pope Gregory VII at Canossa in Italy. 955 years ago in 1069, Robert de Comines, appointed Earl of Northumbria by William the Conqueror, rides into Durham, England, where he is defeated and killed by rebels. This incident leads to the harrying of the North. 1210 years ago in the year 814, the death of Charlemagne, the first Holy Roman Emperor, brings about the accession of his son Louis the Pious as ruler of the Frankish Empire. (1926 years ago in the year 98, on the death of Nerva, Trajan is declared Roman Emperor in Cologne, the seat of his government in Lower Germany. So that is all we have for today. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope that you found our little trip back through history both relaxing and informative. If you did indeed like the video, please consider giving it a thumbs up and also consider leaving a comment below. All feedback is very much welcome. If you haven't already done so, please consider subscribing to the channel. It will really help the channel grow and will ensure that you are notified of future videos. Be sure to turn on notifications so that you are notified of future videos as soon as they are posted. Thank you again, and I hope to see you next time.